know, here on Studio 5, we often swap girlfriend advice on this show, including mom-to-mom advice. Well, today we're turning to our favorite guys for their parenting perspective. Everybody put your hands together and welcome to the show a group of guys we fondly refer to as our What's He Thinking team, Frankie Corrigan, Stephen Jones, and Sam Beeson.
Estrogen.
Are you feeling it? Are you feeling it? I did warn him ahead of time. I said, can you handle this, right? There's a lot of, and there is typically in the studio a female vibe, but it's kind of amped up a little bit.
Yeah.
How many times has everybody been to pee since we've been here? Seriously,
No,
like
seriously, who needs to pee right now? Just be honest.
Yeah, everybody does. I'll bet, see, right here.
Right, it's a problem. We've got to keep this broadcast going because these pregnant bladders can only handle so much.
Right.
You guys, we always lean on you for your male perspective, and so we thought today it would be fun with this baby shower theme in mind to really tap into your fatherly advice. You're at different stages of fatherhood. Sam recently became a grandpa.
What's that? I can't. I'm reading your lips.
Yeah, okay. So we just want to know, if you were to just hand out your #1 piece of parenting advice from the father perspective, from the outside looking in, we're all ears, right? Frankie, you're a brave one. Start us off.
Let's see, probably one quick piece of advice would be you're going to get so much advice, take it with a grain of salt. But the big one that stuck with me was a good friend and neighbor, my buddy Richard, said, make sure you take, and this is like every week, take time, like a couple days or a few days a week, take time for each other. So, and I don't mean together, but let Tammy do her thing.
Yes. Whether
she goes off to the store, I've got Axel. I go for a hike. Sometimes I take Axel with me. Sometimes I'll go by myself. But doing things by yourself, you know what I mean? To make sure you do that, and that's been important.
You became dad a little bit later on in life, so you and Tammy both had your lives kind of established. Was that a transition for you to make, adding one more personality to the mix?
It was a shock to the system.
Yeah?
Yeah, it really was, and it still is, because we thought we had everything, because he just turned 5 months.
We're looking at him. Are you kidding?
He's a cute kid. And just when you think you have things figured out, and then all of a sudden, there's a wrench put in it. Like, we thought he was sleeping through the night, and then I guess it's the teething thing, and now he's crying, and I'm like, are you kidding me? And I guess it'll stabilize probably when he's 18.
Yeah, maybe, if you're lucky. If you're lucky. Good advice. Take your time on your own. Stephen, give it to us.
So many things. Oh, my goodness. I think the biggest thing for me, they're laughing right now because right when I got here, all my kids, they just kind of all attacked me. They were just like,
your kids are in the
crying, going crazy, and I was just like, they looked at me like, they're like, oh, that's what it's like.
I have video of it. It's a train wreck.
Oh my goodness, it was a train wreck. I was trying to put his outfit on. He had cookies. And
so you're saying we shouldn't listen to any advice you have to offer?
Don't listen to any advice. No, but that's the thing. I mean, even in that moment, it's like sometimes you can worry about the stuff that's all these little small details. But like for me, my whole theme the rest of my life is just you got to think big and you got to worry about the stuff that will matter for forever. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like if it's not going to matter in 1,000 years, don't worry about it. And I really mean that because there's so many things that you can worry about. And a cookie getting on your shirt, you shouldn't worry about it because what you're doing, like when you're working for them. But it's hard to not mix those up.
So the daily question, would it matter in 1,000 years?
Would it matter in 1,000 years?
I like
and obviously that's what matters in 1,000 years.
That's what matters.
Really. Everything else is going to go away. Everything.
All right.
But that's going to stay.
Good stuff. Let's bow down now to the father of wisdom because you've got this layered now, father, grandpa. Looking back, looking even forward for us, what's the big advice?
It's, okay, I know there's women in the room, but I'm speaking to the men out there. It's okay to take a 5-hour nap while you're babysitting the kids. All of my kids are alive still. But the real perspective, I mean, that's obviously.
I'm going to ask you to add on to that a little bit.
You know, listen, but now that I'm a grandfather and little Oliver, he's 10 months old, I realize now when I see him, I'm like, it's going to be okay. Like everything I used to fret about, all those little things, it's okay. It's going to be all right.
It's going to be okay.
Yeah.
We do worry about the littles, right? As parents, as moms, as dads, the dailies trip us up a lot. So the theme here is kind of perspective.
Yeah, perspective. Also, I would add that I think every mom and every dad knows already what to do. And, you know, there's so many self-help books out there. It's like, no, you're the mom. You know what's best for your kid. You know what's best for your kid.
But you hear that, and I wondered, becoming a mom, would that kick in?
Yeah.
And it did. And it's such a confidence builder, though, I think, to have, you know, my husband remind me of that, or to have outside voices remind me, you know it.
It's like, no, I know the doctor said this, but really, you know. It's like, I'm not going to put that balm on that part of their body because
I was was terrified though. I didn't know if I had it in me. Like I was afraid, like what if I'm not able to be a father? You know what I mean? And he's here, and I'm like, oh no.
And I knew those fears as your friend, and it's been so fun to watch it just take over you.
And it, like everybody had said, you'll see, you'll connect, and I was just like, thank you.
See why we love these guys? Our What's He Thinking guys, everybody.